Hello and welcome to Collaborative Law. I'm Paul Pearson. I'm an attorney, mediator, and collaborative lawyer in Williamsville, New York. I've been in practice over 40 years as an attorney, most of which was spent in the adversary system doing the traditional in-court resolutions of various kinds of financial problems. In that setting, I became very convinced over the past 20 years, actually, that out-of-court settlements really were the best opportunity for people to reach arrangements and settlements that were appropriate for their needs and to give them a role in those settlements. That has the best opportunity of providing both less polarization, quicker resolution, less expense, and more tailored resolutions than people can get through working with attorneys, even though the attorneys will usually end up settling the case. In collaborative law, it's a type of alternative dispute resolution where the disputing parties, typically a husband and wife going through a separation or divorce, have attorneys with them at all times, sitting at a conference table where all four people always meet together to discuss all settlement negotiations. The attorneys are retained by each party separately and through an agreement called a participation agreement, agree to provide necessary information and to negotiate fairly, reasonably toward a mutually acceptable settlement, which then gets reduced to a written agreement, and that agreement gets presented to a court for incorporation in a particular judgment. In that setting, the lawyers are retained solely for the purposes of settlement. And if for any reason the collaborative law process does not work and does not lead to a complete settlement, both attorneys are required to withdraw, and their firms and they are further disqualified from working on that matter. So it keeps everybody focused on settlement, and there's a high degree of settlement from the collaborative law process and a high degree of satisfaction among clients for being in that process. Now, collaborative law is a very effective alternative to another type of alternative dispute resolution called mediation, where there are not lawyers typically present, but there is a neutral mediator who facilitates discussion between the parties. But if parties, for whatever reason, are not comfortable being in negotiation with each other without an attorney present, collaborative law is the best alternative for that. It is a process which began less than 20 years ago with a divorce lawyer in Minnesota who was also tired and burned out from the typical adversary process resulting in divorce, and it has now swept the country. Here in Buffalo, we have a practice group consisting of approximately 30 people, half of whom are trained collaborative lawyers, 25% of whom are mental health professionals, and 25% of whom are financial professionals. And the lawyers bring these allied professionals into a collaborative law setting where that's appropriate and where they can be constructive. This is a result of 40 years of experience that I've had in the trenches, and now feeling that out-of-court settlements are generally an alternative for most people going through this process if they wish to remain as collaborative parents and reach a settlement that they have a major role in shaping. Thank you, and if you wish to call me for an appointment, you can contact me at the information on our website. I also have a personal website at mediate.com/Pearson, my last name, and I welcome your contacts. Thank you.